Hello student, in last video we discussed Henry's law. Now let us discuss in text question based on Henry's law. Now this is the example problem in text numerical problem number 2.4. Okay, what is the question means? Let us see. If nitrogen gas is bubbled through water at 293 Kelvin, how many millimoles of nitrogen gas would dissolve in 1 liter of water? Okay. Assume that nitrogen exerts a partial pressure of 0.987 bar. Okay, given that Henry's law constant for nitrogen at 293 Kelvin is 76.48 kilobar. Okay, now they are asking about the what here. Here we have the nitrogen gas. Okay, water. Nitrogen gas is a what? Solute, and water is a solvent. Okay, when the gas is solute, okay, water is a solvent, nothing but liquid. We can apply the what? Henry's law. So it is still you have doubt means you can already here given for us Henry's law constant for nitrogen already given. So definitely you have to go for the what? Henry's law. Okay. Now let us see here data given and what they asking now. Volume of water, how much they given here? So 1 liter of water given. So volume of water how much? Nothing but this is solvent. Okay. 1 liter, you know very well, 1 liter nothing but 1000 ml you can tell. Okay. Why? Because means unit conversion already we discussed. 1 liter equal to what? 1000 ml. So for what density of water how much? 1 gram per ml. So instead of 1000 ml you can write simply as a what? 1000 gram. How means here you can see. So how means here density what? Mass by volume. Okay, density formula is what? We have density is equal mass by volume. Density of water you know very well, 1 gram per ml. Okay. Now mass we don't know. Volume of water how much given for us? Already here we have the 1 liter. 1 liter I converted into 1000 ml. Why? Because means here in density volume in which units we have ml. So definitely it should be in the ml. So what happened? This ml going to get cancelled. So you left with the what? If you go for the cross multiplication, you are getting the what? Mass is equal to 1000 grams. So density of water here we have the 1. So directly you can take as a 1000 gram. How means for simplification you can see here. Okay. So simply what? 1 liter means that is equal to 1000 grams. Directly you can tell. Why? Because mean density of water 1 gram per ml. Okay. Next here what we have? Partial pressure of nitrogen given. How much given? 0.987. So it's a solute. Okay. It is present more amount the solvent. It is a solute. Okay. Now what Henry's constant for the nitrogen how much is given? 76.48 kilobar. So I converted into bar by what? Kilo. If you multiply it with the 1000, kilo means what? 10 to the power of 3. If you multiply it with the 1000 means how much you are getting? 76,480 bar. Okay. Now why how to convert the bar means already here partial pressure of nitrogen present in the bar. So unit should be same. This should be in the bar. But in the data given what? Kilobar given. So simply bar I converted into kilo bar you have to convert. So simply what we are doing, this kilo we are writing as into 10 to the power of 3. So you are getting the word bar. Okay. Now what they are asking? Millimoles of nitrogen asking. Okay. So here if you see the solubility of gas is related to the mole fraction in aqueous solution. Okay. Because the units of kH is kilobar. Here you already here we have partial pressure and relation with the what? Mole fraction. Okay. This relation already we have. Because already we have the units what? Kilobar. Already here if you see the in the previous class here you have the two expression for the Henry's law. Instead of here we use the mole fraction, we use the solubility. Okay. So here I am going to use the mole fraction. Why? Because mean they are asking about the number of millimoles. Millimoles of solute they are asking. So we are going we will get the moles with the if you take the relation with the mole fraction only, not the solubility. So we are taking the this relation, not the solubility relation. Okay. So the solubility of gas is related to the mole fraction of aqueous solution. So here you have to take the mole fraction. Because the units of kH is kilobar. Already here units also present as a what? Bar. Okay, kilobar. The mole fraction of nitrogen gas in the solution is calculating by applying the Henry's law. So already here we came to know Henry's law, Henry's constant given. So definitely we have to go for the what? Henry's law. So first what I am doing, they are asking the millimoles means first I will calculate the mole fraction. Why? Because means once the mole fraction, if you know the mole fraction of nitrogen, then you can calculate the number of millimoles of moles of nitrogen, and from that we can calculate the millimoles. Okay. So here we have the relation partial pressure of nitrogen equal to mole fraction of nitrogen into Henry's constant. Okay. Here you have to take the only, already we discussed this in this mole fraction we are going to take the only what? Mole fraction of solute, not the solvent. So solute for this case what? Nitrogen. So in the equation you are getting the what? Partial pressure of nitrogen equal to partial pressure of mole fraction of nitrogen into Henry's constant. So this we have to find out. Already partial pressure of nitrogen given how much? 0.987 bar. Henry's constant how much given? Here 76,480 bar. Already we converted into what? Kilobar given, we converted into bar. Why? Because means here it is easy to get cancelled. If you want to what happen here, in the denominator you will get the kilo. So it won't be good. Mole fraction should not have units now. Why? Because means it's a fraction. Okay. So it should not contain any units. If you won't convert here, what happened? We left with the kilo here denominator. So you should be very careful with the units also. So here bar going to get cancelled. You are getting the mole fraction this much for the what? Mole fraction of nitrogen. Okay. Now already you know very well mole fraction of nitrogen means what? Number of moles of nitrogen by number of moles of nitrogen divided with the number of moles of water. Okay. This is formula already we discussed. So here this is a compound nitrogen you have to find out. So first in the numerator number of moles of nitrogen should be there divided with the what? Total number of components. So we have the nitrogen and water. Okay. Now next here if you see, do we have number of moles of water? That didn't given. Okay. Now we have to calculate the number of moles of water. Okay. So what is the formula to calculate number of moles? We have the formula what? Mass by molar mass. Mass already we calculate 1000 grams. Why? Because means already the given one 1 liter of water. 1 liter of water means nothing but 1000 ml. Why? Because means already just now it told you are going to convert what? Density is equal 1 by gram per ml. So simply you are getting the what? 1000 grams. So mass of water how much? 1000 grams. Molar mass of water how much here? 18 grams. Already we discussed in the what? In the stoichiometry. How means for oxygen we have the 16 grams plus 2 hydrogen atoms. So total how much? 18 grams per mole. Okay. So gram going to get cancelled. You are getting the number of moles of water how much? 55.5 mole. Okay. Next, now calculate the mole fraction of nitrogen. So what's the formula? Number of moles of nitrogen plus divided with the what? Number of moles of nitrogen plus number of moles of water. So already we calculated mole fraction of nitrogen. How much we got? 1.29 into 10 to the power of minus 5 equal to this one we have to find out. Okay. Number of moles of nitrogen we have to find out plus number of moles of water already is there. How much? 55.5 moles. Now in the denominator what I will do? In the number of moles of nitrogen in the denominator is neglected as it is very less than the 55.5. Here if you see already we discussed solubility here of nitrogen in the water is very less. So for the sake of simplification of this equation, just I am going to neglect in the denominator number of moles of nitrogen. Okay. So if you neglect here, what happened here? Simply the equation going to become what? 1.29 10 to the power of minus 5 equal to number of moles of nitrogen divided with the what? Only 55.5 moles. Okay. Now here go for the simplification. Number of moles of nitrogen equal to what? This value 1.29 10 to the power of minus 5 into 55.5 moles. So simply if you go for the moles, how much you are going to get? This many moles you are going to get. But what is the question they are asking in the what? Millimoles. Okay. As you know very well, milli means what? 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay. So here I am going to write as this 10 to the power of minus 3 as what? 10 to the power of minus 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So as you know very well, bases are same means exponents you can be add. So simply you are going to write mean 10 to the power of minus 1, 10 to the power of minus 3 means equal to 10 to the power of minus 4. So simply I am going to write as what? 10 to the power of minus 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So this 10 to the power of minus 3 I am going to substitute with the what? Milli. Okay. Why? Because mean they ask as what? Millimoles they ask. So if you multiply 10 to the power of minus 1 means nothing but 0.715 millimoles of nitrogen. See, this much of very less value. So you are going to neglect. It won't be much it won't come much variation. Okay. So how many millimoles of nitrogen dissolved in the water means 0.716 millimoles. Okay. Is it clear? This is this question. For next question what we have? Problem number 2.6. Here what is the question given? Hydrogen sulfide, a toxic gas with rotten egg smell, is used for the qualitative analysis. Okay, here hydrogen gas is a toxic gas. Okay, it has a rotten egg smell. So if you go for the next PUC2 in the lab also, we are going to use this one for the qualitative analysis, not the quantitative. Okay, qualitative analysis. Okay, we have qualitative, not the quantitative. So here what they are asking, if the solubility of hydrogen sulfide in water at STP is 0.195 m. Here m means what? Molal. Okay, molality they given. Okay, calculate the Henry's law constant. So this also problem based on what? Henry's law. Now let us see here. So let us see for what is the data given. Now here, before going to data, here H2S hydrogen sulfide is a one solute and water is a solvent. Okay. Now, so what is the given molarity of hydrogen sulfide given? How much how much we have? 0.195 molarity. What they asking? Henry's constant they asking. So definitely this problem is based on what? Henry's law. Okay. So Henry's law, what here we have? Partial pressure of hydrogen sulfide equal to Henry's constant into mole fraction of hydrogen sulfide. Okay. Already we discussed Henry's law tells about the only solute only, not the solvent mole fraction. So here partial pressure of hydrogen sulfide equal to mole fraction Henry's constant into mole fraction of hydrogen sulfide. This is the formula we have. So now do we have the hydrogen sulfide mole fraction? It is not there. We have to calculate that one. Okay. So here already they given the what if you see, so we have to calculate the first here what hydrogen sulfide mole fraction we have to calculate. So let us see here how we have to calculate. Okay. Now so here molar, what the data what they given only 0.195 molar given and the pressure also not given. Okay. So to calculate here we need the pressure also. What is that? Let us see here. So in the data what they given only 0.95 molar, only molarity given. Now to calculate the Henry's constant we need the partial pressure of hydrogen sulfide and we need the mole fraction. So we have to calculate both these. If you calculate both these, you are going to get the Henry's constant. Okay. Now from the data they given the 0.195 molar means here what is the molar definition? Molar definition is what? Number of moles of solute. In this case what we have? Hydrogen sulfide divided with the what? Mass of solvent in kg. Okay. This is the definition of molarity. Now if you see here definition, here value how much given? 0.95. Okay. Means molarity how to get this much. Okay. So now what I am assuming here? Mass of solvent I am assuming as a 1 kg. How? Why I should assume like this means if I assume 1 kg only, then only the value getting the 0.95. Okay. Number of moles of here I am assuming as what? Mass of solvent in 1 kg. If it is 1 kg, simply you are getting the value should be 0.95. Here number of moles, then I am going to calculate here. So solvent 1 kg, then only mass, okay, then only you are going to get the number of moles here. So now number of moles of hydrogen sulfide equals 0.95 into here we have the what? 1. So here what you got here? Number of moles of hydrogen sulfide you got. Okay. This is the number of moles of hydrogen sulfide. Okay, fine. Now next what we have to calculate the one mole fraction means we need the number of moles of water also now. Why? Because means mole fraction we need the number of moles of solute and number of moles of solvent. Now number of moles of water here mass by molar mass. Mass how much they given? They told the 1 liter they given. Okay. So here yeah they didn't given, but what we assume here mass of solvent we assume as a 1 kg. Okay. So 1 kg means again here what for water 1 kg nothing but 1000 grams nothing but you can 1000 ml. So I am taking here what 1000 grams. Why? Because means mass they ask. Okay. Molar mass of water how much? 18 grams per mole. So gram going to get cancelled. You are going to get the number of moles of water how much? 55.5. Okay. Now calculate the mole fraction of hydrogen sulfide. We have the number of moles of hydrogen sulfide is there. Number of moles of water is there. Now you can calculate the mole fraction. Now mole fraction equal to number of moles of hydrogen sulfide how much we got? 0.95 moles. Then divided with the one 0.95 plus 55.56. Okay. So if you go for simplification, how much we are going to get? 0.0035. Okay. Mole fraction of hydrogen sulfide came. Okay, fine. Now apply the Henry's law. Okay. So according to Henry's law, what? Partial pressure of hydrogen sulfide equal to Henry's constant into mole fraction of hydrogen sulfide. Now here do we have the partial pressure? No. But here what is the given? It is given what they told in data a given STP. STP means what? We have the standard temperature pressure. Okay, you have to remember. So at STP pressure how much you have in the bar? 1.013 bar. Okay, I am taking in the bar. Why? Because means units in the answer given the bar. So I am taking the here just strike out in the test book also given 0.987 bar. Yeah, as you know very well. 1 atma equal to how many bar? 1.013 bar. Okay. So partial pressure I am taking the what? 1.013 bar. So here if you go, so sorry, here also if you substitute here 1.013 bar, okay, equal to kh into here mole fraction how much we got? 0.035. Here again if you go for the 1.013 bar. Okay. So if you go for simplification, you are going to get the 266.587 bar, not the 282. Okay, make it correction here. So simply what they are given, only they given the word molality. Okay, only with this concept we have you found the word mole fraction. Pressure not given, but already they mentioned what standard temperature pressure means pressure you are taking the bar. Why? Because means answer for the Henry's constant we have the word bar. Okay, so this is the solution for this problem. Okay, next what we have, problem number 2.7. Okay, what is the given there? Henry's law constant for CO2 in water is 1.67 into 10 to the power of 8 Pascal. Here see now units of what Henry's constant is what? Pascal, not the bar. Okay, at 298 Kelvin. Calculate the quantity of CO2 in 500 ml of soda water when packed under 2.5 atm CO2 pressure at 298 Kelvin. Okay. Now let us see again. First we have to see what is solute and what is solvent. So CO2 is a solute and solvent is a water. Okay. Now data what they given? First they given Henry's constant. How much they given? 1.67 into 10 to the power of 8 Pascal. Okay. Now partial pressure of carbon dioxide, how much given they given? How much they given? 2.5 atm. Okay. So here the units has to be matched both. Henry's constant, partial pressure should be in the same units. Okay. So Henry's constant in what units have Pascal, but partial pressure in which units we have atm. So as you know very well, 1 atm equal to 1.01325 10 to the power of 5 Pascal. So simply what I am doing, I am going to convert this atm into what? Pascal. Okay. Why? Because means units has to be matched. So partial pressure of carbon dioxide equal to what? 2.5 into 1.01325 10 to the power of 5 Pascal. Okay. So if you go for simplification, we are getting this much of value in the Pascal. Okay. Now, so both are in the now Henry's constant in the Pascal and partial pressure of carbon dioxide also Pascal in the what? Pascal. Now, what they ask, mass of carbon dioxide they ask. Okay, what they asking now? Mass of carbon dioxide is our question. As you know very well, again Henry's law, according to Henry's law, what? Partial pressure of CO2 equal to Henry's constant into mole fraction of CO2. Okay, partial pressure of CO2, how much we got here? 2.533 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascals. Okay. Now Henry's constant already given 1.6 10 to the power of 8 Pascal into mole fraction of CO2. So here mole fraction of CO2, if you go for simplification, you are going to get the what? Mole fraction of CO2. How much? That is 0.0152. Okay. Now once you got the mole fraction means we are going to get the one number of moles of CO2. From that number of moles of CO2 you are going to get the mass. Okay. So mole fraction of CO2 equal to, already we got how much? 0.0152. Okay, now mole fraction of CO2 equal to what? Number of, what's the formula? Number of moles of CO2 divided with the what? Number of moles of CO2 plus number of moles of water. Okay, again what here? We don't have the number of moles of water. But given what? 500 ml of water given. So already in the question they given what? CO2 in 500 ml of soda water. Nothing but water is a solvent. So as we discussed already, 500 ml means we are taking the 500 grams. Why? Because mean density of water is what? 1 gram per ml. So number of moles of water, what is the formula we have? Mass by molar mass. Mass already we have 500 grams. Molar mass of water, how much we have? 18 grams per mole. Okay. Now if you go for the solution, so how much you are going to get now? So this is the formula. So mole fraction, what is the formula we have? Number of moles of CO2 divided by the number of moles of CO2 plus number of moles of water. So again the denominator I am going to neglect the number of moles of CO2. Why? Because means it is very less. Okay, so you can neglect further because it won't going to vary much. Okay, so if you neglect, what happened here? Number of mole fraction of CO2 equal to number of moles of CO2 plus number of moles of water. Okay, here we didn't go for simplification. Simply write the number of moles mass as a mass by molar mass. Okay, now number of moles of CO2, if you go for simplification, how much you are getting? 0.042 moles. But what they ask mass. So as you know very well, number of moles formula, what we have? Mass by molar mass. Okay, number of moles already we got 0.042. Okay, mass we have to find out. This is a question they ask. Molar mass of CO2 how much? 44 grams per mole. You have to remember. Why? Because means carbon we have the 12, for oxygen 32. So if you go for the sum, how much you are getting? 44 grams per mole. Now mass, if you go for the simplification, mass equals 0.042 moles into 44 grams per mole. So mole going to get cancelled. So you left with the what? Mass of 1.848 grams of CO2. So how much amount of CO2 dissolved in 500 ml of water means 1.848 grams of CO2. Okay,